So today we are doing makeup because I'm bored. I don't have school for the rest of this week because Thanksgiving. Because hashtag American. Um, so I'm gonna do I have this vision in my head of what I want it to look like, but I don't have it down yet. If you hear noises in the background, it's number one, my fan, number two, my siblings, or number three, my TV, because it's like dresser and then there's TV like right above it. So I don't have all my products pulled out. They're all in this bag because we had a performance. So I didn't have time to put everything back where it belongs. So some stuff is just kind of in this bag. Not the best place to put it, but that's where it is. Right now what we're looking for is concealer. What are we going to do with that concealer exactly? Well, I'm going to spot conceal and moisturize my lips because I did just do skincare and my skin is kind of chopped right now. So you're just going to kind of go right here. I like a bright under eye as well, but the under eye comes last due to the fact that my foundation is full coverage, so if I put it on top of any concealer, the concealer would just not be a thing basically. You could be able to tell my foundation's full coverage, so I don't really need to do spot concealing. I just do because it makes me feel more secure about what goes on here. I have a lot of hyperpigmentation around the cheek area. So I recently had a acne flare up. So along with that acne flare up, there is lots of scars to cover up because I hate having pimples. I will cover them up as fast as possible. And I love this specific concealer from Maybelline because it is so easy to use. I don't have to paint it on. I can kind of just dab it on and it'd be fine. So I don't have to paint it on my face. I don't have to worry about it mixing because I already blended it to my face. There's literally nothing else in there. You just want to make sure you got all those little flare-up areas or problem areas. I don't say problem areas. They're just kind of some flaws. People get so up in arms about calling acne and stuff flaws. Girlfriend, it's a flaw. So I'm gonna go do foundation and come back because foundation is going to take literally forever. I just realized that I never actually showed y'all what the product was. I named it, but I didn't show you what it was. So let me show you what it is. I use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. It's a concealer. I don't know why they have all these extra words. It's a concealer. I use two different shades. They're basically the same shade, okay? If I put these two shades next to each other, you wouldn't know the difference. You would not know the difference. If I can get them to stay. Holy. I use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, matte and poreless. I use shades 356 and 355. And I'll show you the next products when I actually do them. So I literally stopped in the middle of everything because tell me why. Hold on. I don't know if you can see it on camera or not. But my eye, the area of my eye is much lighter than my foundation. Oh my gosh. It's literally right here is literally 4 shades lighter than right here. My foundation is not my shade anymore because it's cold outside. Okay, so If I look a little scary later on, you know why. Now we're going to go back in with the Magic Eraser. Oh, it's not Magic. It's Maybelline. Ugh, I keep calling it the Magic Eraser. It's not the Magic Eraser. And you're basically just going to crank that a little bit. Not too much. And you're going to, well, you kind of do need a lot if you're going to do it exactly like I'm doing it. I like to take it and go like in a straight-ish line following where the bone is. Just feeling up and down where my actual bone is. And it's kind of like creating a straight line here. And then I typically, whenever I'm doing an eyeshadow look, if I'm doing like a full glam look, I'm gonna go cover the whole eyelid in concealer. Not too much though. Typically, you want to carve your eyelid out and then put the concealer on, because too much product on that thin eyelid skin can cause like styes and stuff. Can cause styes. You can get pink eye. It's a whole thing. Just be careful when putting makeup through your eyeball, because a lot of this makeup is not meant to be in your eye, and some of y'all still get it in your eye and then do nothing about it. Obviously, there's not much you can do with when it gets in your eye, but like, you don't try to rinse your eye out. You just kind of let it sit there and marinate. And like, do your eyes not have like any like nerves? Does it not burn? Does it not burn? I don't know. Some people would just be putting everything in their eye and acting like it don't burn. Like, how do you have like half of your eyeliner pen in your eye and you're just chilling? And I've been doing makeup for years, and I still, like, if it gets in my eye, like, eyeliner doesn't necessarily burn when it gets in your eye. It's just, like, now you have to, like, be watching every single second, because it's way too much liquid in your eye, like, cavity, I guess, and it comes out. And then, when it comes out, it's gonna get all of your makeup, and it's gonna be a whole problem. You're gonna look a little uncanny valley at this point. If you're at this step, it's gonna look uncanny valley, and you're gonna be wondering what is on my face. And the answer is everything and nothing at the same time. A little gentle swipe at the corner of my mouth, because the corners of my mouth are really dark for some reason. Not too sure what that's about. And then I'm gonna go in with a brush and blend that together. And then I'm gonna go in with the same brush that I used to put on my I'm gonna go in with the same brush that I used to put on foundation to blend the concealer. Yeah. I keep repeating myself and like not sure if I'm saying stuff right. So I like to keep the product that I used in the other hand in case I need to go back because I over blended or whatever. When I do my makeup, I use a ring light. I literally have a ring light set up. It's like iPad, mirror, ring light. So it's not the best setup. It is windy outside. Oh my gosh. I need to find a way to make more room because like I also have like my pottery projects that I've made up on my dresser because I don't have a vanity. This is like my makeshift vanity that I'm using here. Like all my makeup, like you can see all of it. I have a drawer I could put the makeup in, but then all the makeup would be in the same drawer and it would just be like pointless anyway. So let's just, you see that? That is the thing that I love the most about Maybelline products, is that, do you see anything? No, you don't. The thing that I love about these Maybelline products, like, these Maybelline products just, ugh. I love them so much. I love them so much. When I go to buy makeup, literally their products are one of the first products that I grab, just because like it's so easy to use. It's easy to use. Your grandma could use it. Your grandma who's basically like who's literally losing her brain cells could use Maybelline on her first try and still look good. You want to make sure that when you're blending out the concealer by the eyebrow right here, you want to make sure that you're like getting in there and blending it into the eyebrow, because eyebrows with nothing underneath them or nothing on them looks really odd. My eyebrows, I don't actually do brows. I kind of just like brush them up and then that's it. I don't even use gel. I just because usually my makeup just, the only thing that I wish was a little bit better about these Maybelline products is when I don't know if it's the setting spray that I used or whatever, it comes off on everything, no matter what you do. Like powder, setting spray. I don't know if I just wasn't waiting long enough or what was going on, but it was coming off on my white t-shirt like every single night during the show. Except for one night it didn't come off and I was like, so next what we're gonna do is we want to add some color back in there. We're gonna be using the e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter in the shade 7. Shade 7 Deep Rich. I recently bought this just because I felt like my makeup style needed some elevation. I was gonna use this as kind of like, I use it as kind of a bronzer, concealer, not concealer, bronzer contour situation, because as you can see when I apply it, it definitely is a lot warmer toned. And I do have a warm foundation, by the way. It's just this kind of like adds to the color situation. I'm gonna blend this in and I'm gonna come back. Okay, so now that we have the kind of bronzing done, hold on, I need to give you guys like an angle. Okay, that's T. Now that we have the bronzing done, you can clearly see the effect that it's given. It's kind of glowy. It won't look super glowy in like a few seconds, so don't worry about it. But now we're going to take, you'll be saying, Zion, where's the powder? Where's the powder? Where's the powder? Not yet. Some people are crazy and powder in between every single step. Yeah, no, that's gonna give you a cake face. I don't want that. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all what I was even using. I forgot to tell y'all the product before I put it on my face, or what I was doing. I'm gonna be adding more color to my face by adding blush. This is the Maybelline New York Superstay Matte Ink. It's lipstick, but I use it as blush because last time I used it as lipstick, it did not come off. Last time I used this as lipstick, it did not come off. I was scrubbing for hours. When it says Superstay, it means that. I put this on my lip skin. Who was I feeling like my lipstick did not come off? It did not come off. I don't know if it's because I dried my lips before, because typically I used to dry my lips before I put anything on my lips. Bad idea. But yeah, Superstay Matte Ink from Maybelline. This is in the shade 80. Shade 80 Ruler. I don't know if you can see that. Shade 80 Ruler. I'm just gonna put some on my cheeks, on my nose, on my chin, just to kind of like not look so bring me to life. I have to think about where I want placement to be because I don't want it here today. I'm going for more of an emo look, a more emo type feel, type beat. And this formula is creamy. This formula is like really creamy, really nice on the skin, which is why I use this blush because it feels great on my normal skin. On my lip skin, back away. A little tiny line on the bottom of the nose, and a slight back and forth on the chin. Okay, I'll come back after this is blended. Okay, we're back after blending the blush. As you can see, it did definitely add some dimension. Is my nose crooked? Are you joking me right now? It's like this. Bro, ain't no way my nose is crooked. My nose is crooked. It's okay. I just like looked at myself like a little too long for a second. I was like, something's not right here. The one thing this beauty blender is actually worth. Okay. It's not as crooked, but it's still crooked. It's whatever. It's whatever. So, you know what I look like? I look like the freaking Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz. You can't win. You can't get. Okay, anyways. Then, after you do, like, the liquid blush, you're going to do powder blush. What am I going to use for that, you might ask? Glad you asked. I'm going to use a product, a brand that I like less than I like Maybelline. And it's LA Colors. LA Colors eyeshadow. It's not eyeshadow. This is blush and highlight. You can see the words right there. This is also, like, all the ones in here are, like, slightly not my shade, but I'm going to make it my shade, okay? I'm going to use this shade right here to kind of highlight the blush area. This is not going to get used. This one has sparkle in it, and we don't want our whole face sparkly. I'm going to use this where I put that bright under eye, and I'm going to use this in the blush. I also have something else I'm going to use. I'm going to use, this is another LA Colors palette. It's Nude. That's literally what it's called. And I'm going to use this eyeshadow shade to add depth and just mattify. And I'm going to use a brush that looks like this. That's like, looks like this. That way I can keep it controlled. I'll come back after. Okay, I turned the big light off because there's a window literally right here and there's a light, so I feel like I don't need it. It was also making it super hard to see anything, so I just turned it off. So this is after the powder blush, the little highlights, and then I took the same brush and the same brush I used for foundation, and I just brushed over everything. Now we're going to take the Maybelline New York Fit Me pressing powder. Matte Plus Poreless, of course, in the shade 332. You may be saying, oh, 332 is a little far from 355, isn't it? Mind your business. It comes with this little mirror in the inside that's dirty because this pad also comes in here. But look at it. Aren't I so pretty? And then you take the little pad from in there and you want to hold it kind of like that, and then I'm literally like going to be out of powder soon, but it's okay. It's not okay. I'm gaslighting myself. And you're gonna look in this mirror and you're just gonna pat wherever you feel like you need to press powder into it. Me personally, I always put powder on the under eyes, the chin, the corners of the nose. Those are typically the first places that your makeup's gonna try and move. Your makeup typically is gonna try to move in all of those spots, so you want to really cement those. And then you're gonna. I don't have regular setting powder. That's like, I don't have translucent setting powder or anything like that. This is all I got. So after I get done pressing, I'm gonna take a brush and brush over my whole face. This is the one step that I'm allowing you guys to watch me do, because this step is a lot less tedious than all the other ones. All the other steps, it's like, I'm doing this, I'm adding this, and then taking away this. It's a whole thing that I just rather you not have to sit through and make the video longer, because I'm already gonna have to figure out how to make this shorter. Each clip has been 2 minutes so far, so it's probably like a 22-minute video. And we're not even done. We haven't even done eyeshadow yet. And eyeshadow, I'm gonna have to literally show you, because people act like when I say do this, do that, they can't understand me. So I'm gonna have to manually show you. Manually, physically show you how to do certain things when it comes to eye looks. There are tons of tutorials out on TikTok, Instagram, Lemonade if you use that for some odd reason, freak. I'm personally not a Lemonade user. I actually have no clue what's on there whatsoever, but and then you're gonna look like that. Okay, and then you're gonna put the pad thing back in there. Okay, and then you want to just take it and go and grab some product and just kind of brush it. And then just kind of brush it on, or you can pat it on with the brush. I don't care. I'm not your mom. I can't tell you what to do and what not to do. Too much powder. Hold on, let me rephrase that. An unbalanced liquid to powder ratio on your face is what creates that cakey look. So if you have too much liquid on your face and there's not enough powder to compensate for that, that's where your face starts to melt and become cakey, because obviously you mix some water and that's how you get the cakey texture. Okay. You're gonna wanna let this, I just dropped the pad. You're gonna wanna let this sit for a hot second and then take a different brush, preferably a cleaner one, and brush all this off. When you brush it off, you don't want to brush everything off. Just all the powder that's not sticking to your face is going to get brushed off your face. You might want to use a little tiny mirror like this to help you do that. So you can actually, where am I? Oh, there we are. But yeah. And we will be back. And I'm going to probably brush stuff off while I'm going. So, okay. So, now the entire base is finished. Now we have eyes and lips left, because I don't do eyebrows. And if I did do eyebrows were supposed to be first, so it's too late now. We're looking pretty decent. I don't really want to film the whole eyeshadow look, but I guess I will. Oh, anyway, this is a palette that I bought on Amazon. It is the Changeable Fantasy palette from Prism Makeup. It has 40 shades, and I love all 40 shades. There's different versions of this palette. There's like a neutral palette. There's like one that has more reds, and this is the one that I that I got. Okay, it's relatively small for me. It's not the biggest palette. Like back in 2018 or whatever, they had like those huge palettes. I was like double this, but this is my palette. As you can see, very pretty colors. The only color that's not on this palette, is red. I don't know why there's not red on this palette. There was no red on this palette. There's pink, there's orange, there's yellow, there's green, there's blue, there's purple. There's browns, there's blacks, there's sparkles. There's no red. So I'm just gonna come up with something. I'm gonna dip it to black first because I want this to be kind of dark. I want this to be darker than most are used to. Follow the lines at the top lid. I was gonna do a holiday look. I changed my mind. I'm gonna do a holiday look some other time. And once you look like a panda, this is the look that I like. A good 90-ish% of my makeup is comprised of messy application. I literally just take a random makeup brush and kind of press it, fluff it onto my eye until I think it's perfect. I'm taking a browner shade. Oh, I'm not showing the shades I'm picking up, huh? Okay, I used black right here, and then I used this browner shade. It doesn't look brown, but this shows that brown on my skin, so that's what I use. That's what I'm using to add depth to what I'm doing. When you open your eye, it should be almost perfect, actually. My makeup gives 2017 realness, I swear. Maybe it's 2018. 2016 maybe? Maybe I'm going too far up. Maybe that's the issue. Okay. Now that you look like a hooker, basically, you are going to take a smaller brush and go in on the tip of the brush with black and sharpen the outside lines. Once that line's sharpened, it's gonna look real tea. This is gonna real tea look real crazy without lashes or eyeliner or anything like that. It's gonna look tea. Trust. Then you're gonna get your color of choice. My color of choice is maybe this kind of greenish color here. That's gonna be my color of choice. Okay, my color of choice was that sparkling green. As you can see, it made something pop. White girlies with colored eyes typically do this with their eye color. I don't have an eye color, so I only have these big doe eyes. Okay, once you get that, copy and paste the other side. I don't need to copy and paste the other side. I'm just gonna do the one eye at a time and then go back to the other eye. Off camera. So And then I'm going to take this kind of pale pink tone shade and I'm going to go right in the inner corner and press it down. The inner corner is a really sensitive place as well because if you're like me, there's a lot of mucus and things that comes out there. And then you're going to take white, which is next to the orange. And then just to top everything off, you're going to take this shade right here in collaboration with this shade. And you're going to kind of mix them together on your brush. Kind of 20 to 10 ratio. No, 20 to 5 ratio. You're going to go over top a little bit of like the edges of that pale pink and all that. And I successfully lifted my face over here. Like, you have no clue how much this lifts your freaking face. Like, I'm literally lifted over here, don't even. And you're not finished yet, girly. You are not finished yet. I know I said we were topping it off, but that's not just what I meant. Where's my other palette? Lol. Then I'm going to take this Dancing Queen Smoke and Mirrors palette. It's a face and eye palette. This one had a mirror and the mirror broke. And I've had bad luck ever since. So and then I'm not gonna mix anything. I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's next to this like lavender color. I'm gonna choose white with my brush. Just like that. And I'm going to just kind of apply to the inner area. Tap it off. I'm gonna mix the peach in the gold. Peach gold. And continue that on. And then I had this 100 color palette and then it had a crack down the middle and then the lid broke and it was a whole thing. So here's my 2 pieces of it. But then I'm going to take this little half slice of that palette and just dip into like a golder shade. The shade I'm referring to is right there. It's gold. It's close enough. It's close enough. Yeah, I really like it, and I'm gonna go in with this kind of peach curd champagne tone and go even further on top. And then we're gonna go. And then after that, remember our dusting friend, the dusting brush? Yeah. She's gonna dust. She's gonna do her job of dusting glass off the lid. Isn't that perfect? Perfect glam. Perfect glam. Perfect glam look. Some things you can do to kind of bring some color back is go back into that black shade, because the black is the main focus here, okay? If it's not giving like Alkaline Romance Evanescence realness, it's not dark enough. Pick a darker color. And then also dip back into that brown that you chose. I don't know if you're using the same palette as me, so. And that's tea. That's really tea. I'm gonna actually blend a little bit more into the liquid. Okay, and then with your eyeliner, which I need a mirror for, I'm going to just kind of go and do your eyeliner inside of the black. Okay. Tip slash trick, if you're trying to get like the thinnest part of your eyeliner, if you have an eyeliner pen, literally just press it, like, and that's how you get the thinnest part of your eyeliner. Like, it's that simple. Just literally just press it down. I don't get why I've never seen anybody else do that, but I do it. My eyeliner is always crisp. My eyeliner is one of the things I'm known for. So, and then you're going to take it again under the eye. If you're copying me, and give yourself some extra eyeliner in there. You're going to have lashes anyway. It doesn't even matter. Lashes, add lashes mascara, and then you're done. With the eyes, that is. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side and come back. This has been 13 minutes of me just showing you my eyes. Oh my gosh. Totally did not forget that I was actually recording a YouTube video. So, eyes are done. The eyes are done. All I did was glue on some wispy lashes that I've had for probably 1,000 months. This knockoff Drop Seller lip stains. I'm using shade 5. It's the deepest red that they have. And I'm laying this down again, the same way that we laid down the liquid blush, it's the same way we're going to lay this down on your lip. Isn't that cute? We wiped off all the chapstick residue because chapstick leaves like a greasy residue when you put too much on, and I don't feel moisturizing, so I put too much on. So I am still watching Wayne, but I'm on episode 2 now. I was on episode 1 when we started the video, now I'm on episode 2. I'm like 8 minutes in. So, well, I'm actually more closer to 9 minutes in. But, I'm waiting for Stranger Things to come out. Stranger Things Volume 1 comes out at 8 p.m. for me. It comes out at 8 p.m. For me, it comes out at 8 p.m. I'm quite sure, actually. Now, if this is like younger me would be watching the countdown live stream, but during the countdown live stream, all they do is just replay the same videos that they've been posting for weeks. There's no reason to keep rewatching those. It just makes you paranoid about what's going to actually happen because they're replaying all the interviews and whatnot, so. Then you're going to let this kind of sit on your lip for a second. This looks like a dance makeup. Dance the night away. Our dance team danced to that during football season. and it was good, not gonna lie. The timing was a little weird, but you know, I was feeling it. Now your lips look dry again. If you have a lip liner, that might come in handy. I say might, but I mean it does. Come in handy. You're going to take fuck me. Okay. You're going to take a smaller mirror. You're not going to see my hair under here because it's not done. And you're going to take it compact or just any regular mirror. And line your lips. I need to actually sharpen my lip liner, so let's chillax for a second. While I get that feeling. Wow, that did nothing. That did literally nothing. Okay. I will come back. Okay, now it's actually sharpened. Don't ask me how I got it to work. Look at it. Look at the tip of that. Doesn't need to be too sharp. If you can get yours sharp like a color pencil, do that. But this is where it works for me. Okay. Some of you at home might be saying, I don't think that color really matches. It will. You just have to trust my process. If you have a smoother lip liner than I do, this is going to be easier, but my lip stain makes it really hard to put on literally anything else on top of it. But I get it to work. I whip it into shape. Anyways. Oh, and now it's working better all of a sudden. Whenever I do my lip liner, all I can think about is that one girl who yells at that girl. She calls her skin lips. Because she puts her freaking lipstick up here. Okay. Now that we have lip liner done, after 3,422 years, you're going to want to find your lipstick of choice. Mine is a super old one that the label came off of. That's how old it is. The label's not even on it anymore. Okay, I'm gonna blot it in the inner. Buddy, is that you? I'm just joking. I use my fingers to blend. And then, oh, I didn't even tell you guys what the freaking lip liner was. Lol, I forgot to tell you what the lip liner was. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Line Loud Lip Pencil in the shade Rebel Kind. LLF17. That's the shade. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Lingerie XXL liquid lipstick in the shade Carmelo. I could not find the shade. Okay, then I'm gonna take this and kind of just add something. Kind of give you some more. Attention over here. It just makes it blend more. It just blends a lot more. And then, if everything would stay up, this is City Colors matte lipstick in the shade 20 Deep Red. I'm gonna go in with that and draw a heart. Drawing that heart is very important. All of these are matte lip products because I like a matte lip. Now, technically we can be done, but I don't like how my lips look without like a little extra some. So I'm gonna use a lip oil, which I really don't like using lip oil, but oil is thinner than gloss, and I don't despise gloss, but gloss is too heavy for me on most days. Back in middle school, I used to be able to wear like lip gloss 90% of the days that I went to school. Not anymore. Not anymore. My skin was also like clearer than it is now. So I'm just hydrating my lips again by like taking this and just to the lip. You want to kind of like, you don't want to rub it because that'll ruin every single thing that we've worked for so far. Oops. And that's not what we want. And I don't know, I can kind of just take my finger. The one thing that you don't really want to do is put gloss or oil over where you put the lip liner. It makes the lip liner stay longer when you don't do that. I need something to blot with. Lord. I'm getting it all in my finger, just trying to do anything. Alright. And that is the look. Actually, no, it's not. I just lied. Where's my brush? Next, after lips, it is the ultimate thing that I love to do. to finish off my makeup. Highlighter. I'm gonna have to do this in the big mirror because no small mirror is ever gonna give me the drama that I need. And then you're gonna tap it off and blend with the same brush that you did highlighter with. If you have setting spray as soon as you get done blending. Back in like 2016, I don't think I saw a single influencer blend their highlighter. A lot of it was just like, let me just slap the highlighter on so I could be blinding, because that was the goal back then, I guess. I don't know, I was like 8. So I would be like 8. I'm so smart. I literally, like, as soon as I said that, I was like, would I have been 8? Yeah, actually a little bit. I don't know. Highlighter just makes you a lot cuter for some reason. And that's the look. Let me show you it with different lightings now. Oh, that's not it. This is warm. Oh, no, that was regular. And then this is warm. Different lightings for different things. And then this is the white light that I use. I don't have on a beauty filter or anything like that. It's literally just like, it is what it is, I guess. Oh, that's way darker than it used to be. Redo it. Okay, anyways. But yeah, that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching me do my makeup today. And I may or may not do this if it actually gets any views. So.